All right, in this video, I'm going to be comparing and contrasting GoHighLevel to Kajabi. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing in this strategy as well. So I make the majority of my money online through affiliate marketing, affiliate SEO specifically. And so I'm going to be sharing a simple strategy that anyone can do, duplicate to achieve success with affiliate marketing with whatever product or service you are promoting. So in this video, we're going to be comparing Kajabi to GoHighLevel and how I arrived at this keyword search. You don't need any kind of special keyword research tool or any of the paid softwares like SEMrush or Ahrefs. You can just go to Google, YouTube, and just type in Kajabi, in this case, the product or service that you're going to make a review of, and VS, which stands for versus, hit space, and you'll get some options here, or usually some alternatives if there's a lot in that. Could do the same thing within YouTube, Kajabi versus, and sometimes it'll come up with some different options. So the point of me showing you this is you don't need a lot of money to start some money online with affiliate marketing using SEO. This is one of the ways you go about doing that for free. And so I'm going to briefly go over some of the feature differences and like use case differences for GoHighLevel versus Kajabi. So HighLevel, it has been around for a couple of years now. They're kind of like still the newer kid on the block, but they've made a big splash. They've really competed with ClickFunnels, who was known for like funnels and helped a lot of entrepreneurs make their first $1 million online since 2014 when they came out. But HighLevel, how it's different from like ClickFunnels or like the Kajabi people is, and the kind of the reason why I didn't adopt it is it seems super duper kind of technical and stuff. So if you're like a business owner that is more of an operator, technical person, then I think this is going to be awesome for you. One reason why I wasn't really interested in it at first is because it was like this all-in-one solution, and historically, pretty much across the board, and all my entire internet marketing career, which has spanned about 2 decades now, anytime anybody in the past has tried to roll out a all-in-one tool, it's like a Swiss Army knife that says it does all these things. Basically, it does none of those things well. And so I didn't have much hope for it when it came out. And it was like the first time in my internet marketing career that I was pretty much proven wrong for a software like this. There have been a ton of businesses that have adopted this. A lot of like agencies and people in the service-based industry use this. So if that's you, cool. You Since it can do all sorts of things, it can do a lot of the things that Kajabi does. But if you're more of like a creative visionary person like myself, you may not want to use this tool to do it. You can see all the features and tools that it can potentially replace. You may recognize some of these logos and icons and stuff. So although it can do a lot of those things, um, it may not be the tool that you want to choose to use for all those things. It is pretty affordable for all the features that you get, but I would point you mostly in this direction if you are mostly like a business or an agency or in the service business working with other businesses. And then if you are someone like me who's like an individual, like a one-man show or maybe a small team, and you're trying to create like an internet, a branded business, or you're teaching something in a particular information product in a particular niche, and you want something a little more user friendly and intuitive, I would consider switching or investing in Kajabi for that. I think you're going to be a lot more satisfied, and it's going to be like less technical, overwhelming headache and stuff. And the support with Kajabi has been really great. I've been with them for almost a decade. You can see some of their features here on their homepage. The main features I use are the courses, sometimes memberships. Uh, I'm going to start to use the community feature, and then I use the blog feature, and email marketing, and that's about it. I haven't really built out, you know, bolted on all the other features with my business, and done about 500,000 over the last couple of years. Just, and I have not, this is not my full-time thing. This course, this is literally just sharing with others what I've done. This is a very passive, hands-off, kind of like organic traffic only method for me sharing this information. So if I really aggressively and consistently would have pushed this course, I could have done much, much more than this. But I've been able to help several hundred people in the last couple of years. And if you're interested in learning what I do and what I put together and taught within this course, you can go over to SEOaffiliatedomination.com. This is where I make the majority of my money, or like what I make the majority of my money from is affiliate SEO. These are some of my screenshots that I've taken over the years. So it's not just one affiliate program. I like a lot of different products and tools and softwares, and so I just make a little bit from a lot of different income sources, and you can do the same as well. There's so many products and services out there to promote, and you may not know me. I prefer to keep it that way. I'm not some kind of like famous internet celebrity or influencer or whatever. So if that sounds appealing to you, if you want to make just a couple $1,000 a month or a couple hundred, or you can scale this up to 6 figures per year and beyond, which some of my students have done. That's possible as well. And I love how it's just simple, scalable, sustainable. It's very, you can be like what I call rich and anonymous, not rich and famous. Like, I just want to, put in some effort, let that effort create content that compounds, and then it pays me over time, long after I'm done creating the original content, just like this video that I'm making. So if that sounds appealing to you, you can head on over to SEOaffiliatedomination.com, learn more about that course, see if it's right for you. These are some of my testimonials from my students. Click here to watch the presentation, learn a little bit more about our process, decide whether it's for you or not, and check that out if that seems appealing to you. And so hopefully this video gives you a little bit of brief comparison contrast between GoHighLevel and Kajabi. They have a lot of the same features, like I said. In my opinion, they're two completely different like use case scenarios, and I mentioned what I feel that those are just a minute ago. So if you're more like service based, working with like clients and your agency and things like that, I would GoHighLevel, especially if you're more like operator SOP kind of brain. And if you're more visual and creative entrepreneur, solopreneur, you just have a product that you want to get in front of people, and you don't need to, you don't, you're just passionate about what you do, and you want to put something together relatively quickly, but on a platform that is not like rinky dinky and basic. It has the infrastructure to be able to scale with you if you want to eventually scale up to hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, or even 7 figures and beyond. Kajabi is a great platform to do that, and it's been around for over a decade. So they've been here a while. They're going to be here for a little while longer. So it's not just, they didn't just start up in 2020 and so highly recommend them. If you decide to sign up, they've got a free trial. I think somewhere around this page or this video. Join through my referral link if you do. I appreciate that. I'll get a small kickback, and it'll allow me to keep making these videos. And yeah, so hopefully got some value out of this video. This is Greg Jeffries, and thanks so much for watching, and I will see you